What's the word, YouTube fam? You watching Wait a Minute TV with your host, Jay Wade. I know I'm late to the party with this review, so without further ado, let's get right into it. This episode kicks off with Shrinking Ray and Rex grocery shopping for the team before they are abruptly interrupted by some humanoid creatures tearing up the town. We then pivot to Mark, who brings the spy cam that was spying on him and his family to Rudy to analyze it, but Rudy says that the tech is too advanced for him to ascertain any knowledge of its origins. Rudy then tells him that only somebody with significant resources would have managed to create such a device, which gives Invincible the bright idea to go and pay Cecil a little visit. But it doesn't go according to plan. Mark busts right through the door, just starts putting belt to ass and viciously tearing up shit. He tells Cecil he knows that he's spying on him, by which Cecil replies that if they were, he would never know about it. Cecil denies that it's the government spying on him. Although Cecil's team is actually spying on Mark, the spy cam he brought to him isn't the government's, and Cecil wants to know who else is spying on Mark's family. Mark and Eve's second date was interrupted by the twins, who are from the future. They kidnap Mark and bring him to the future. They've been under the oppressive rule of a king that's next to impossible to defeat. They went back in time because there were rumors that ink from the Declaration of Independence could create a poison to kill this king, but that didn't work. But as they went back in time, they saw how strong Mark was and thought, maybe they would have a chance with him to beat their oppressor. They purposely get captured by the king's royal guard. The king ends up being a future version of Immortal. He tells Mark the future version of Invincible left him in charge of Earth to rule over it in tyranny, and that the only way to save Earth is to kill Immortal. So he forces Mark to kill him. While I was watching this scene, I was formulating a theory that the Mark that left Immortal to rule over Earth was an evil variant. Although the reason why he left planet Earth is unclear, I think that he wanted to torture Immortal by making him the tyrant of Earth. Mark returns to the future sad as hell and questions Eve on if he's a bad person or not. She tells him that just because that's what happens in the future doesn't mean that that's the future they actually have to live, and that their mistakes shouldn't define them. She then makes a vow to end him if he ever turns into a psychopathic, murdering tyrant, and makes him promise to do the same to her. We then get a montage of them going on a date around the world, and at the climax of the date, just like a sucker, he tells her that he loves her, and she reciprocates. Meanwhile, still being held captive in space, this stubborn, stupid bastard Nolan still refuses to help Alan stand up to the Viltrumite Empire. The Viltrumites arrive to execute Nolan. From here, we get an epic battle to the death of Nolan and Alan teaming up along with Battle Beast to kill the two Viltrumites. After Alan and Nolan defeat one Viltrumite and leave the other one to continue fighting Battle Beast in space, it is revealed that there are only about 50 pure-blood Viltrumites that are left in existence in the known universe, which is why no one is coming for reinforcements to kill Nolan. The theme of this episode, I believe, is not allowing our mistakes of our past to define who we are or even determine our future. I believe that Nolan was attempting to allow his mistakes to define him because he didn't see any redemption in his future for being a traitor to his people, traitor to his family, and even a traitor to his own values. You see Mark also question if his mistakes will create a dark future for him and those around him in their future as well. I'm a real sucker for the time traveling stories, so I really enjoyed this time traveling element of this episode, and I want to see more of that in the future. I'm also curious to know if the time travel that's done in the past will significantly affect Mark and his family's future. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think though. Please tap that thumbs up button, share, and subscribe. And until next time, YouTube fam, I'm out.